One of the unexpected outcomes from using Starfish is when I give somebody a kudos, I will get that reply back that will say, thank you so much for pointing out that I've done a nice job. Because I'll tell them in class, it'll be the same student that I'll say, hey, great job today. Yeah, okay. I'll even text them, hey, nice job today, you did a really nice job. But for some reason, when I send a kudos through Starfish and it goes out to them, that means a little bit more than them just thinking I'm just blowing hot air.
One thing that never occurred to me was that most students feel like they are not getting the feedback from faculty. And I'm thinking, what about all those assignment grades and feedback that I sent back to you? But sometimes it just doesn't translate to them well. You know, it's not the kind of feedback they can understand and appreciate. So, for example, kudos, even if their work is not maybe the excellent work, like letter grade A work, I can still recognize the student efforts, that they are trying really hard, and I see that. And students really appreciate this.
For Oswego, the level of adoption of kudos has been the most surprising thing. For us, frankly, it was mostly an afterthought. It was a feature available. We really were after early alert. Obviously, when people are doing outstanding work, early alert conceptually is not following that expectation or goal. So we turned it on. We didn't really expect much of anything of it. But consistently, we have had really substantial participation by faculty in using kudos.
Using Starfish really made me think about how I teach. So at the 6-week survey where we deploy on campus for an early alert for academic problems, that means at week 6, you need some substantial graded work to judge the quality of student work and whether students are where they need to be. And so I think that's a best practice in teaching at a developmental level, and Starfish really forces you to think about that. Furthermore, it forces you to think about, at week 6, can a student still salvage the semester and do really well, maybe get a B and do well, even if they've totally messed up in the first 6 weeks? And I guess Starfish made me think about that, and I decided, yes, if I give someone a warning and they totally turn things around, I want a grade structure that would allow them to earn a B. If by the end of the semester they've really got it, I think a grade should reflect that. And there shouldn't be an irreparable damage to a rough start. So it really changed the way I weight. It changed policies about dropping assignments and how I reweight them, and some back weighting so there's time to improve and really the mathematical ability to improve in a grade. And so I've thought a lot about that. It's made me very explicit and intentional and transparent in my communication with students. Things that I thought would be implicitly understood, no more. I say them, and I say them repeatedly in multiple ways in multiple places in the course.
It's taking my relationship beyond those letter grades, or it's taking my relationship beyond those really critical moments like they're about to drop out of college. When I meet with my students to advise and talk about their academic progress, I'm not just talking about their letter grade. You know, I'm talking about whether they are making efforts, whether they are showing up to class, whether they are submitting their assignments. In other words, are they doing their parts to be successful? Or are they just in need of extra encouragement and services? So it helps me to identify and discern the cause of trouble, or also it gives me an opportunity to realize, you know, students succeeding in different ways, even if their GPA is not quite increasing or, you know, like stellar right now. If they are making efforts, you know, if they are showing up to class, if they are submitting their assignments, I feel like that is a win for me, that is a win for my student, and it gives me an opportunity to realize those successes and recognize them with my student.